What's up, Teen Talk fam? It's your girl, Noelle, here with
your boy B Shaw.
Hey, Aaron.
Oh my goodness.
Before we get started, let's hear some of Miss Nikki's success stories for this week, starting with Shani.
Hey y'all, so as you guys know, I'm a senior and I actually graduate in December, but I just got the news that I actually can graduate in 2 weeks instead of December. So yeah, your girl got her grades up to where they need to be, got all her credits, and your girl will be graduating in 2 weeks.
Ooh, okay, Shani, I like that. How about you, Aaron?
Well, I've just been really blessed lately because I started this thing called Twitch streaming, and it's been going really well for me. I've been getting like a lot of new people interacting with me. I've been having a lot of good time spending with my siblings while playing games and talking to other people. So I'm just glad I hit that landmark and starting to grow.
That's so good. I like that. How about you, Day?
Well, yes, I just recently started a new accounting school. So, that's just a whole new start for me, a whole new journey. And, it's been going good so far. So I'm, proud of that. And
wow, You guys are moving on up. I like that. How about you, Brandon?
My success story for this week, I just woke up. Thank God for that. I did what I needed to do. And yeah, just took care of my responsibilities.
That's so good. You guys are all doing so well. Recently, I got the news that I was going to be my president for my student council, and that was like super cool because last year I didn't win, but I was like, I'm not going to give up this year because of that. So I'm very proud, and I'm very proud of all of you. Congratulations on all your successes. Remember to celebrate even your small successes every day and throughout the week. All right, it's time to get the teens talking. Anytime during our show, if you have a question or comment, feel free to DM us on Instagram at Teen Talk Vegas 881. We need you to get voting. Your vote matters, which is something we often hear when elections are approaching. However, many don't know the truth behind the voting process. For our listeners to fully understand, let's travel back in time to 1788 when the founding fathers established the Electoral College. So, Mr. Aaron, what do you think the Electoral College is?
I've been a little reminded on what it was because I'm in government and it's election season. So I'm pretty sure from what I remember that the Electoral College is where they take a popular vote of the state, and then there's these people called electors that vote based off of how many people voted for the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, and see who has the more votes. And the one who has the more votes, I'm pretty sure that they're the one who voted for the one that had the more votes.
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty correct. I'll also give you another answer for that. The Electoral College is 538 presidential electors for each state, which meet every 4 years to vote for the president and vice president of the United States. Now, this number has went up since the census has approached and it counts the states. So that number has went up a little bit. DJ Day, were you aware of the Electoral College?
yes, I'm very aware of the Electoral College and how important it is to society. I feel like this election is going to be one of the most important elections.
I agree with you.
Just because so much is on stake with the culture and just so much mix up and COVID-19 and Donald Trump and everything else that's going on in society. Yeah, so
I agree with you.
This one is going to be very important for sure.
It is. Do you think that coronavirus is going to affect the election this year?
Honestly, it might play a role because of more people are in the house quarantined and they feel like they could they might go out and vote. Why not?
I agree. Miss So Shy, were you aware of the Electoral College?
I was aware. I actually took government in summer school so I can get ahead in school this year. So I was aware of it somewhat. And I think it's a really important part, even in their parties and even the voters itself. I think it's a really important part just to get out there and vote and actually put your 2 cents in on everything, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very important that we vote, and what we do vote for, it can influence the electoral vote. So definitely get out and vote. 5 presidents, including Donald Trump, were elected because of the electoral vote, not the popular vote. What's your thought on this, Brandon?
I believe that that's like an important part of it, and I believe that it makes sense for that to be the case.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Aaron? What are your thoughts?
I feel like many people may think it's unfair because a popular vote consists of like the majority of America that are just like, oh, I'm voting for him. But just for people who are in a higher power to basically kind of cancel out those popular votes, I feel like to some it may just be like, well, that's totally not fair. But to others, it may feel like, well, I mean, they are in a higher power. They're literally a part of the government. So, you know, they are literally in the position, like the state has given them that power to vote. So that's what I personally think about that.
No, yeah, I definitely agree with you. What are your thoughts, Shani?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't know about the electoral votes and a lot of people don't know about the different type of voters there are. They just think, oh, the whole world is supposed to go vote, like the pedestrians like us, me and you. They just think we're supposed to go out and vote, but it's more to that. Everybody has to vote. The whole world has to vote. There's like it's more parties and not parties, excuse me. There's more people in the White House or even like that support the White House that has to vote.
No, you're right.
So it's like,
and like you said, the whole world, that is very true. They do involve other countries. Not maybe they can't like put a ballot in, but
right.
they allow other countries to talk about our election to influence things. So if I say the president of Uganda agrees with Biden, that might influence someone who has ancestry there to vote for Biden and vice versa. So you're exactly right. The whole world should vote. So I agree with you. Now, Brandon, do you think the electoral vote is more important or the popular vote?
I mean, I feel like the popular vote gives a better idea of who the people really wanted. But then again, the electoral is important because, like, you got to factor in different states have different populations, and that has an effect. Like, California has a higher population than somewhere like Maine or something like that. So it does make sense that like different states get more points for the vote.
Yeah, you're right. There are bigger places, for instance, like California, where that's huge. Of course, they're going to have more representatives. So, but this is also why we fill out the census, because it's going to count our population. And like here in Nevada, we filled it out, it counted our population, and we added a representative. So that's good, right? Yeah. Do you feel that the Electoral College is undemocratic, Mr. Data?
Well, actually, yeah, I do feel like it's undemocratic because not many Democrats actually vote for that branch, if I'm correct.
No, yeah, you're right. A lot of people disagree with the Electoral College. They feel that why does it have to be like on 2 separate categories? Why can't it just be everyone vote and you tally all that up? Why do I have a chance for my vote to be demolished like the last election because someone else voted against it and they had more representatives than me? I don't think that's fair. So other people do definitely agree with you. The popular vote is not used to determine who was elected as the nation's president or vice president. Votes cast on election day are not cast directly for a candidate, but for members of the Electoral College. So Shawnee, keeping that statement in mind, do you think the Electoral College is undemocratic?
Honestly, I can't say it is and I can't say it isn't, because I really don't know, and I don't think anybody really knows if they're Democratic or Republican. But I could put my 2 cents in and say that I think it is more. There's a lot of more Democrats in there. If I can.
Yeah, you're right. How do you feel about that statement, Aaron?
I mean, can you repeat the statement again? I'm sorry.
I can. The popular vote is not used to determine who is elected as the nation's president or vice president. Votes cast on election day are not cast directly for a candidate, but for members of the Electoral College.
I practically agree with. I personally agree with what Shawnee said, because they don't really. They're very secretive about the information that they put out. So I'm saying that if it was, I'm so sorry, Dede, can you help me out, bro?
Yeah, the unelectoral vote is not as popular as Brandon was saying. It's the popularity is very important within the society, I feel like. So yes.
Yes, you feel it's undemocratic, or?
Democratic. I'm definitely Democratic. Personally.
I agree with you. I definitely agree that it's undemocratic. I'm putting my vote in and you're telling me it's not even going into like who's going to be elected. It's going to the Electoral College. Like they get to see, they tally up who you're voting for, and if they don't agree with you, oh well, we're going to vote for the other candidate instead. So I definitely agree with you that it's undemocratic. Which state is most overrepresented in the Electoral College? It's multiple choice. A, California. B, Tennessee. C, Nevada. D, Wyoming. And I'm going to direct that right back to Data.
I'm going to say California. Am I correct?
Ooh, you were actually pretty close, but the proper answer is Wyoming. But that's close. You're right. So, Aaron, should the Electoral College be abolished?
That's a great question, because there's, in a lot of people's perspective, there's a lot of good and bad about the Electoral College. Mm-hmm. I personally think that it should be demolished, because there's a lot of people, like you said, their votes are getting demolished. So like, what's the point of me voting anyways if it's just going to be, if it's just going to be canceled out by somebody else's vote? I personally think that it should, because the United States always gives people the fantasy that your vote does count. Your vote does count, but there's a giant percent of chance that it does not count. So I think that if we got rid of the Electoral College, that means that literally everyone's vote would count.
Yeah, and we could also put it in terms of something simpler, such as student council. If I'm running for student council and everyone votes for me, but whoever oversees student council, the teachers or whatever, if they're like, nah, I see they voted for her, but I think I'd rather them vote for someone else. I'm gonna vote for them. And they put them in office. So Shani, do you think it should be abolished?
I think it should, because that's how you just put it in simpler terms as in student council. I think it should be abolished, because that's really how they think. They think like, oh, well, just for example, Aaron ran for office and Noel ran for office, right? And then all of a sudden, but Noel has more popularity than Aaron. So then Aaron really won, but the teachers think that Aaron wouldn't be a good fit for office, and he wouldn't give what the people needed as to what Noel is giving the people, if that makes sense. So yes, I think it should be abolished, because that's not right. At the end of the day, like Aaron said, your vote matters, but your vote sometimes doesn't matter if they kick you out. So as they're telling people to go vote, every vote matters. It does, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't if you're really educated. if you're not educated on it, you're thinking like, yeah, my vote matters. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Trump. I'm gonna vote for Obama. I'm gonna vote for Biden. Whatever. Like your vote really doesn't. Your vote is gonna matter, but it's not gonna count as much as you think it is.
Yeah, I agree.
But still go vote. It's important.
Definitely vote because you can influence the Electoral College. Influence them. Let them know that we voted. This is the majority. This is who we voted for. Pick it. Yeah. So I hope you guys been paying attention in government. I'm gonna direct this question to Brandon. Which amendment grants us the right to vote?
I'm gonna say First Amendment, right?
No, of course not. How about you, Aaron? Looks like you're trying to answer.
Black people? Because I know that amendment. Because that's 15.
Okay, that's the 15th. Okay. Well, the answer, you're close. You're close. I'm going to give you one more chance. One more chance.
Okay.
Not for Black people, but for everybody.
Everybody? I'm gonna say 13. I don't know.
You're so close. It's in between. It's 14.
Oh, wow.
14. Okay. DJ Data, which amendment lowered the voting age to 18?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm actually 18, so I definitely should know that amendment. I'm gonna
You
say
should. No.
21.
No, you think it's because it's 21 that it should go with 21. Anybody else want to take a crack at it? Anybody?
I'm sorry.
No.
Oh.
Okay, I'll give you guys the answer. The 26th Amendment is what lowered the voting age to 18, which you guys should be very happy about.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning into Teen Talk Discussion. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Teen Talk Vegas 881, and also check us out at teentalkvegas.com.